One post. Pure chaos. Let's dive in.
Update. Am I the asshole for telling my husband his mom can't live with us for months-long stretches? After I had updated here last time, I was fully committed to graciously hosting my mother-in-law for 31 days, and not a day more. Since then, we had one unpleasant exchange on Eid a few days ago. I had posted about it on the subreddit regarding mother-in-law issues. This is what I had posted. My mother-in-law is going to be visiting near the end of April for a month. For context, we live in Canada, I was born here, my husband immigrated a decade ago, we got married 2 years ago, and our son is 10 months old. My in-laws live in Pakistan, my parents moved to Canada from Pakistan a year before I was born. My mother-in-law had initially planned on staying longer, but I had put my foot down and told my husband I couldn't deal with someone living with us for longer than a month, so she's had to cut short her plan and didn't take that well. I had actually posted about this somewhere else previously, and had been PM'd to take a look at this subreddit. I had made my peace with the 1-month stay and was fully planning on being cordial during it. Yesterday, we had celebrated Eid at my parents' house. It was our first Eid with our son, and we were all so happy about it, getting to dress him in his cute little traditional kurta shalwar. I sent her some pictures of the event because she always asks us to send her pictures. Her reply was not what I expected. She started lamenting how far we were from them, and said that this is the problem with marrying someone not from Pakistan, that the parents suffer as a result, how unfair it is that my parents get her son and grandson to themselves. My heart literally shrank reading it. I knew she missed us, but to hear her say she essentially regrets our marriage was so hurtful. I just left her on read. I showed it to my husband, he sincerely apologized and thanked me for not responding to her. I have to host her for a month. How am I supposed to do that now? I would have normally asked my mom for advice on this stuff since she's more well acquainted with dealing with someone from Pakistan, but I actually feel she'll lose it at my mother-in-law when she visits if I share this with her. I just wanted some advice, and partly wanted to vent. I'm trying to compartmentalize this because we're still celebrating Eid today with some friends, and I don't want this to bring me down. Any advice would be appreciated. Today's update. Today, my husband told me that her visa application had been rejected. They're applying for the notes regarding the decision, but according to him it's futile, that it was always a 50-50 shot, that the most common reason for rejections is having insufficient ties back home which makes them think the applicant won't go back, that he had thought having my father-in-law remain there would have fixed that, but apparently not. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a huge weight has been lifted off me. I'm trying to act disappointed, but I was dreading her visit. He said she was inconsolable when he spoke to her earlier, that she had asked him to look into us moving to Pakistan. I love Pakistan, but never going to happen. When he shut that down, she gave him his uncle's number who lives in the UAE for job leads so we could move to the UAE, again, I'm sure it's a great place but no, so that we could be a 2-hour flight away from them and have our family grow in an Islamic environment. He told her it's going to be difficult, but agreed to talk to him. I was a bit angry about this. I told him there's no way we're moving to the UAE. He said, of course we're not, we've built a life here, he has a great career here, but he didn't want to completely shut down his mom. I personally disagree with that. I think she deserves the truth, but whatever. I'm going to talk to her to commiserate tomorrow. It's too late in Pakistan now, because again, while I was no longer looking forward to hosting her, I was fully committed to doing so. Unfortunately, this does mean that most of our family vacations will have to be in Pakistan now since they can't visit us here. We already need to go there in December because they're planning to have his brother's wedding done then. Thank you to everyone who gave me advice here. It sucks that we have all this bad blood now for no reason, like I'm sure she hates me now, and while I've tried very hard to forget what she said about my upbringing and heritage, I can't, and I see her in a whole new light now. I'm going to be comforting to my husband about this, but maybe it was for the best.
Instead of every vacation being in Pakistan, consider planning some holidays to meet in-laws in some other location to which they can travel.
That's such a great idea. I'll bring it up for sure when the time comes. Thank you.
If you go with this plan, make sure you have at least a few days at the beginning or end of your trip alone so you can at least enjoy the vacation somewhat. There is no reason your in-laws would need to know your flight schedules. They just need to know the dates you plan to spend with them and where.
Yeah, just as I was typing my previous response about Turkey, I was thinking, but I want to have some time for the three of us too. That's definitely the way to go.
Better she hates you from Pakistan than from a room in your own home. Congratulations on the escape.
True. Thank you.
I don't know, be careful about those trips back to Pakistan. A suggestion would to make sure your child only holds a Canadian passport. No dual citizenship. Congrats on avoiding a month-long invasion into your home, though.
My son and I are only Canadians. My husband is a dual citizen. And I'm going to have my son's documents with me at all times, and the Canadian consulate's number saved. I hate thinking about it, but I'm not taking any risks when it comes to him.
According to good old Google/Wikipedia on Pakistani citizenship, children born overseas are automatically Pakistani citizens by descent if either parent is a citizen. If I were you, I would be very wary about a trip to Pakistan.
The consulate can't help you. They can give advice and help if your passport goes missing. They can't get you out of the country if your in-laws decide you aren't leaving. And fair warning, your in-laws can get your son a Pakistani passport, and the Pakistani courts could very easily declare that you can't remove him from the country if your in-laws go that route. It would be alarmingly easy for them to keep your son the moment he's on Pakistani soil. I know this because I've seen it happen to friends. Keeping the passports and having a phone number saved is not enough to keep you both safe.
How can they get my son a passport without me or my husband signing off on it though? I actually don't know Pakistani law, but do grandparents have the right over grandchildren like that?
Well, if his crying mother and pressure from his family down there gets his father to sign on of it, it could happen. All I'm saying is I would be really careful, and I would actually have your parents travel with you also, or at least your dad, to make sure you and son are safe while there and can get out if needed.
And just like that, chaos. Press like and follow for more insanity from Reddit.